Fred Blain with you here on the Highway Gospel, Highway 11. It's a Friday Gospel Spotlight. And this morning, the spotlight is going to shine into the face of Professor Craig Hayes. We say good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Brother Fred. How are you?
It's good. I'm good. How things going for you?
Man, everything is going well. I cannot complain at all. God is good, and he's good all the time.
I know why you can't complain.
Why? Because he's been taking good care?
I like that. I like that. All because I usually say that yesterday was the deadline for complaints.
That's right. That's right.
So if you didn't get them in yesterday, it's not going to happen today, right?
It's not going to happen today.
Not going to happen
today.
Yes. You have a single out entitled "Taking Good Care," but I don't want to start right there. I want to take it back to where you put all this together. You've been doing this for how long now?
26 years now. 26 years as far as United Voices and actually 20 years of recording.
Really?
Yeah, we recorded our first Bright Glory in June of 1994. It released in February of 1995, so it was officially 20 years old. Wow.
20 years old.
This year.
Don't seem like it doesn't.
I know. I don't. You blink and man, the time just goes by. My parents used to always say, "Don't rush to get grown when you were young."
Ooh, yes.
And you felt like 30 was old, but man, time goes by. It doesn't wait.
Travelers, if you're just joining us, Fred Blain with you. It's our Friday Gospel Spotlight, and we're talking with Professor Craig Hayes. So it's been 20 years of recording.
20 years of recording officially, yes, sir.
Okay, and how have things changed in the recording industry since you first started?
Oh, man, I laugh because it has changed.
Yeah.
I mean, even 20 years is not that long of time, but a lot has happened really within the past 12 to 15. Which really changed it. Like when we hit that 2001, 2002 mark, it was starting to change, but man, it's not really choir friendly now. It's more ensemble or more refined. It's a soloist day, so that's definitely changed the industry.
And you're a choir man.
And I'm a choir guy, so they kind of have to, adapt to the change like myself and Ricky Dillard and Bishop Walker, so many have done to this new age now. So coming from a heavy choir background to the more softer praise and worship.
Well, we have to hold on to our tradition, and that's the problem, I think, when it comes to gospel music. A lot of times people try to go with the new wave, and this is what they're doing now. And even some people say, well, this is the shout they're using now, or this is the praise we're using now. But our foundation is so vitally important.
It's vitally important.
Plus, it looks good when the choir comes in and they're adorned in their robes. They come in and march into the sanctuary. It's like we're getting ready to praise our God.
That's church. You know you're in church when you see the choir with the robes and
And I think we should hold on to that tradition.
I totally agree. I agree. That's where a lot of the shift has changed. But again, that we should never forget the tradition, where we've come from. Balance is good too.
So true.
Balance is good.
Yeah. So you've seen this industry change in the past 20 years. And has it affected what you do?
It has.
Okay.
Because people really don't send for choirs anymore. Years ago, we could just get on the bus and go across the country.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And just travel. And we did that.
Yeah.
When more choirs were in the forefront of the industry, we swapped dates with each other and we were able to do some things. So it has shifted. A lot of us have scaled back on the singers, have had to reduce and, in order to keep moving in the industry. So, it has definitely impacted and affected a lot of ways.
Now, when it comes to your music, I mean, you have a great song entitled Taking Good Care. Has that shift affected what you do?
Somewhat.
Okay.
It has. It has somewhat affected it. I'm just grateful that the Lord has given me. I'm a writer, Fred, that can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna sit down and write a song today." God literally has to tap me on the shoulder and give me the lyrics and how that flows. And I'm thankful that a message such as Taking Good Care came the way that it did, and it's delivered, and I was able to transfer that on a recording the way that God gave it to me, and it's fresh.
Yes.
Sometimes when you're a writer and you've been writing as long as I have, some writers are kind of stuck in a where that vein of where they've been writing.
Sure.
But I'm glad that God has like kind of kept, the writing fresh and current.
That's good. That's so good. I remember live in Philadelphia, 2000.
2000, yeah.
2000, and when you just said, "Come on, Philadelphia," and and that hot song we played,
"Oh, Give Thanks."
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It still sounds good today.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. I have the tracking reports. I have the tracking reports. And Oh Give Thanks did very well in Philadelphia, thanks to Gospel Highway, like #1 for weeks at a time on the countdown. And I mean, here it is. We recorded 99, released 2000. So what is this, 15 years later?
Yes.
And it still sounds current.
Yeah, that's a lot to be thankful for.
It is a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah.
I mean, like Walter Hall can still have those songs that are still current.
Yes.
They're ageless and timeless. Mm-hmm. So Oh Give Thanks is one of those songs.
One of those songs.
Yeah.
Great. Professor Craig Hayes this morning with us here on the Highway Gospel, Highway 11. Fred Blain with you as our Friday Gospel Spotlight. And it's shining in Professor's face. Now, who gave you that title, Professor?
Actually, a gentleman in North Jersey by the name of Dr. Albert Lewis. You familiar with him?
It sounds a little familiar.
Yeah. He had a television program back in the late 80s, 90s. Mm-hmm. And he said, kind of followed the ministry and followed what I was doing. And he says, you know what? You're doing the work with your teaching and all that you're doing of a professor. So he actually kind of had this ceremony because of his association.
Yes.
And they gave me a certificate of professorship.
Now, what inspired you to do the single here, Taking Good Care?
It was a song that came to me at a very difficult time in life where I wasn't sure how things were going to come out. I was just released from an employment situation unexpectedly, not knowing how things were going to work out.
Wow.
But I just had this assurance that because of God's track record in the past, I knew he was going to take care of me. He was going to watch out and provide. So home vacuuming on a Saturday, the first Saturday in February, and the music came, the words came. I put the vacuum cleaner down, went over to the keyboard, and just started writing down and started playing. That first Sunday in February, I went to church, and after the benediction, I went down to the musicians, and I was like, yo, you got to hear this song. And I started playing it, and I kind of taught it to them, and the rest is history.
Well, that's great. That's great. Now, you sing, you play. How did your playing career start?
Actually, my home church, Friendship Baptist Church, in Trenton, New Jersey, the pastor at that time, my birth pastor, he told my parents, he says, he's going to be a musician.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He told my parents that I was going to be a musician, and he gave me my first piano. It was a big, huge upright piano. And at the age of 5, I started playing, and I started taking piano lessons.
Okay.
At 5 years old, and just been playing ever since.
Okay. Did you study anything on the music school, writing, arranging, and all those? And
went to, well, I'm aging myself, Glassboro State College.
All right.
Now Rowan University.
Rowan University,
yes. Studied there, vocal music education with Dr. Eugene Simpson and Mr. Clarence Miller.
Yes. I remember I was talking to the late Reverend Ernest Davis Jr., and we got to talking about music. And I said, it's not a lot of people who are in gospel that can sit down and talk music. I mean, they have fantastic ears.
Yes.
They have a great talent. They can play anything, but a lot of them can't talk music.
Right.
And you walked in here with your song scored out. I'm like, oh.
First thing you say D flat.
That's kind of let you know I do know something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But this is good. This is good. This is the separating factor right here. I'm looking at Taking Good Care is all scored out. And this would separate, like they say, the men from the boys.
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
People wonder why Smallwood's music has been timeless.
Yes.
Because it's written.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
It's written. And I know a lot of young musicians say, well, I don't have time for that. You better make time.
You better make time. You better make time.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of houses where the musician or the minister of music requires sheet music. I've done workshops all around the country. They say, what sheet music you have? And I said, I have it for this song, that song, that song.
Yes.
It's good to be able to play by ear, but it's one thing to be able to play what is written.
Because it puts everybody on the same page.
It puts everybody on the same page. And it also just really opens your eyes to how far and how rich our industry is. Andre Crouch, you mentioned, Richard Smallwood. So many of these brothers have penned great music that's in hymn books.
Yes, yes. Taking Good Care. Where's it available at?
It's available online. It's a digital download on Amazon, Google Play, iTunes, anywhere where you download music, it's available. Mm-hmm. Taking Good Care.
Now, if people can't download, because, we have some people don't know what a download is.
I know, right?
They're like, what, download? What can they do? The ones who say, look, I get a lot of calls. People say, I don't know about that,
right?
The Wi-Fi and hi-fi, and, I don't know. How can they get it?
Well, unfortunately, it's only available right now on digital download.
Okay. Talk to someone who knows about that.
Talk to somebody who knows how to do it, because even if you don't know how to do it, your phone is open to receiving downloads. Most phones, now unless you're my mom, you got a flip phone.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, don't accuse me of talking about your mother, okay?
I can't get her to break from that flip phone, man.
Yeah.
But most Androids and iPhones have it.
You can get it.
Accessibility. Yep.
We like to say congratulations. This is a great song because it puts people in the proper perspective mentally that God will take care of you no matter what's going on. But you got the, sometimes I was sharing with people that the mind is the battleground.
Yes.
We fight more stuff in our head that's not even going to happen.
Come on.
And we have to learn how to lean more on the Lord and realize that He is our comforter.
Yes.
And He will take care.
Yes.
Yeah. So Taking Good Care is available. You can download it, and I suggest you get it. Let it bless you. Not only you, let it bless members of your family, because a lot of the members in your family need to be strengthened also in that particular area.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to ask you about that Montreal. When you did your live in Montreal, why did you decide to go to Montreal to do a CD?
At that time, we had a very huge, strong fan base.
Okay.
So it was kind of like a no-brainer. Every time we went to Canada, the energy was electrifying. We here, in the States, we kind of get a little spoiled.
Yes.
Really, really spoiled. And because we're so inundated with each other and all of our gifts and talents, so it's like, that's just Greg. That's just John P. Key. But there, man, they were like really ecstatic. And the response was so overwhelming. To the promoter was like, look, you need to come back and just do your next project here. And I was like, wow, that would be good. And the rest is history. That happened to be one of the biggest projects we did.
Great. Yeah. Now, in the group United Voices,
yes,
guys are still singing.
Still singing, not as much.
But
still singing.
A lot of people not singing as much. That's just where we are now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How can people get in touch with you and your group to?
We're on social media. Those of you that are on social media, which is pretty much everybody, Craig Hayes, hit me up there, or Twitter, Instagram at Prof. C. Hayes, PROFC Hayes. Mm-hmm. You can email us. We're available. uvoices1989 at AOL.
Oh, sounds good. So you guys are still singing, still carrying the message. And what's some of the songs that are most requested from your group?
Most requested, Oh, Give Thanks.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Highway to Heaven. People still like that song.
Yeah, because you did that for a gospel slam when you came. Yeah,
Highway to Heaven. We Have Come Into This House.
Yes.
Which was the first song I taught February 8th, 1989.
Oh, wow.
I taught, that was the very first song I introduced to the group. It was an original song. So We Have Come Into This House. That's still requested. I Thank You. It's still a big song.
That's a good song, too. Yeah.
All I Can Give You Is Praise. You guys play that here. That's another one that's requested quite a bit. So it's God has really blessed us with a really, really wonderful catalog that has blessed us. We did it in rehearsal, and then when we were able to record it, has now blessed millions of people.
Oh, great. So what's the furthest you've gone other than Canada?
Bahamas.
Okay. I was just thinking,
I'm trying to think Bahamas.
South States, too. So.
Yeah, right. Believe it or not, Germany is talking to me now.
Oh, amen. Yes.
So hopefully I'll be able to say next time I come back, Germany.
Okay. That'd be great.
They have a gospel festival that's happening over there. So we're working some things out. So I hope to be there real soon.
Great. Professor Craig Hayes with us this morning here on the Highway Gospel, Highway 11, our Friday Gospel Spotlight. We appreciate you stopping by and sharing with us. The new single is out there.
I thank you for having me.
Not a problem. People can get in touch with you one more time at...
They can get in touch with me on Facebook, Craig Hayes, on Twitter, and on Instagram at PROFC Hayes. You can also email me at uvoices1989 or chbookings with an S at AOL.com.
Great. Travelers, stay close. We'll be back here on the Highway Gospel Highway 11.